Time. It's the one thing we all have, yet no two of us perceive it the same way. So, you've pondered about how erratic passing of time can be. A chaotic city feels like time just slips away.
Whereas a calm countryside feels like time could stretch endlessly.
We've all been there. Waiting in line can feel like hours, whereas an evening with friends disappears in a flash. Why must time trick us this way? These experiences are universal. But what if I told you there's a rational explanation for why we feel time differently? Time isn't just about ticking clocks. It's about memories, emotions, and how our minds process life. If we understand this, we might just unlock a secret to living more vividly. From childhood to old age, our perception of time evolves. But how does this happen? And can we change it? What if I told you time isn't fixed? Today, we'll uncover why time feels fast or slow, and more importantly, how to control it. Some moments we feel alive, and in others, time seems to stand still. You'll understand how perception shapes our understanding of time by the end of this video. So, how exactly does this happen? It all starts here, in the brain. Our sense of time is deeply rooted in how the brain processes events. But it's not as simple as it sounds. When you're deeply focused, like reading a book, your brain encodes a wealth of details. But during mundane or repetitive tasks, fewer memories are formed. This is why focused tasks can feel short in hindsight, but boring moments stretch endlessly. Think of your brain like a camera. During exciting or novel moments, it's snapping away, capturing memories in high detail. But during routine or dull moments, the camera barely clicks at all. This is why your first day in a new place feels packed with memories. It's like taking hundreds of photos. But on the fifth day, when the novelty wears off, the mental snapshots are fewer. Novelty is key to how we perceive time. When we experience something new, our brain pays more attention. But with repetition, it tunes out. This creates the illusion of time speeding up as we grow older. As children, everything is new. Every day brings fresh experiences and time feels rich and full. But as adults, routines dominate. The days blur together and years seem to fly by. We've talked about the how. Now let's see why. The answer lies in a mix of neuroscience, psychology, and even our evolutionary instincts. Time perception evolved as a survival mechanism. In a high-stress situation like a predator's attack, the brain processes more information, making moments seem longer. In safe, mundane tasks, it conserves energy, letting time fly. Our perception of time is heavily influenced by memory and attention. Think about it. When you're engaged, like during a vacation, you store rich memories. But when days blur into routine, fewer moments are made and time feels faster. When we are on autopilot, our brain skips the details. Without those vivid memories, it feels like nothing happened. Time compressed into a blur. Fascinating thought. Could our ancestors' experience have shaped the way we perceive time today? High alert situations stretch time to help them react faster. Is that why stressful moments feel so long? The brain's time stretching mechanism is still active to this day. Whether it's a near miss car accident or an intense deadline, your brain stretches the moment to keep you hyper aware. It almost feels like it's a scene out of the movie Wanted. It's incredible, isn't it? Something as abstract as time perception has deep roots in our survival. But how much of this is in our control? Let's find out. So, by now we know both the how and the why of this time elasticity. But here's the real question: can we take charge of this experience? Can we slow down the blur or speed through the mundane moments? The good news is yes, there are ways to take control of your perception of time, but it requires some effort and mindfulness. Mindfulness is a proven way to alter time perception. When you focus completely on the present moment, like feeling your breath or noticing sounds around you, you create richer memories and stretch time. Mindful moments enhance your experience of time by anchoring you in the now. This isn't just about meditation, it's about truly living each moment. Introducing novelty is another powerful tool. When you try something new, like learning an instrument or exploring a new place, your brain works harder to store details, making time feel fuller. The more variety and firsts you add to your life, the more expansive and satisfying your sense of time becomes. Here's a thought from the ancient philosopher Lao Tzu. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. It reminds us that time isn't something we lack, it's something we shape by our choices. By understanding this, we realize that regaining control of time is less about changing the clock and more about changing our mindset. Even repetitive tasks can feel different with a little reframing. Adding music, setting a timer, or focusing on the purpose behind the task can make it engaging. These small changes can transform boring moments into something you look forward to, making them fly by. Ultimately, controlling time perception is about taking control of your attention. Focus on the moments that matter, add novelty, and embrace mindfulness. You'll be amazed at how much time you feel you've gained. Time may not be in our hands, but how we perceive it can be. Let's use that to our advantage. So, we've seen how our perception of time changes and how we might influence it. But here's something to consider. Are some time states better than the others? Do they have benefits or drawbacks? Let's break down how these states affect our productivity, emotions, and overall experience of life. When time feels like it's flying, you're often in a state of flow. Tasks get done faster, productivity soars, and you feel unstoppable. This fast-paced perception is great for moments when you need to stay focused and achieve a lot in short time. But it's not all sunshine and roses. Time flying often means missing out on small joys and details. Have you ever felt like a whole week just disappeared and wondered, what did I even do? When life feels like a blur, it's easy to lose the richness of your experiences. On the other hand, when time feels slow, you're often more present. It's like stepping into a richer world where every sound and sight matters. This state is perfect for connecting with nature, enjoying conversations, or creating art. But living in slow time isn't without challenges. Waiting, anxiety, or lack of stimulation can make slow moments feel unbearable. Sometimes, slowness isn't a choice, and it can lead to feelings of restlessness or even depression. The secret lies in balance. Fast time for productivity, slow time for presence. Imagine blending the two together to get the best of both worlds. Find the rhythm that works for you. Embrace the fast and slow, and you'll not only feel more in control, but also enjoy life more deeply. If you're enjoying these insights about time and perception and want to explore more thought-provoking ideas, hit that subscribe button. It helps us dive deeper into topics like these, and you won't miss a single journey into the fascinating quirks of our minds. Time. It's the one thing we all have, yet no two of us perceive it the same way. Let's wrap this up with a story, a moment you've all likely experienced yourself. Imagine this. You're a kid on a summer afternoon. The world feels endless. You're lying in the grass, watching the clouds drift by. The seconds stretch like they'll never end. In that moment, time slows down. You don't think about deadlines or to-do lists. It's just you, the sky, and the universe moving at its own pace. Now fast forward, you're an adult. And those same hours seem to vanish. Meetings, errands, and commutes blur together. That vast stretch of time feels like it's folded into minutes. Time never seems to be enough anymore. Somewhere along the way, we lose the ability to let time linger. We know the secret already now. Time doesn't change, our perception does. By embracing slow moments, we can rediscover the richness of life. And by riding the waves of fast paced moments, we can achieve incredible things. Life isn't just about choosing fast or slow, it's about balancing them. When you find that balance, time feels less like a thief and more like a gift. So, the next time you're caught in a rush or lost in a quiet moment, remember, time is what we make of it. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Until next time, take a deep breath and embrace the moment.